We've got Natalie. Natalie has she's got some lived experience. She's lived in Jenin in the West Bank, and she wants to share some of her experience about what happened when she was there. Thank you. Go ahead, Natalie.
Hey everyone, how you doing? How you doing in the back? Are you alright? How you doing behind me? Are you still pissed off? Angry, I should say angry. My name's Natalie and I'm a theatre director here in Leeds. And understandably, a lot of our focus is on what's happening in Gaza, but today I want to talk to you about what's happening in the West Bank. Because still, Palestinians there are experiencing daily killings, the seizing of land, beatings, arrests, and the destruction of infrastructure. So in 2015 and 16, I had the absolute honour of going to Jenin in the West Bank and working with the Freedom Theatre. For those of you that don't know, the Freedom Theatre is based in the middle of Jenin refugee camp. And since it was founded in 2006, it has used creativity and culture and play and art to be a resistance against the occupation. The Freedom Theatre is a place where adults, women, children, men can come together and learn how to be photographers, actors, filmmakers, all kinds of storytellers. And what I learned when I was working with the Freedom Theatre is that occupation isn't just physical, it's economical, it's educational, it's cultural, it's psychological. And the occupation of the mind is very important to the occupier. Because if you have no space to dream, no space to play, no space to express yourself or imagine an alternative future, then how on earth can you begin to make that alternative future a reality? So this week, on the 13th of December, the Israeli army attacked the Freedom Theatre. They shot from the inside of the theatre, destroying all their equipment, cameras, laptops, but also photos of performances and children's toys. They knocked down a wall. Shame! 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 The army then went to the artistic director's house, Ahmed Tabasi, and beat him, blindfolded him, and arrested him. They went to producer Mustafa Shetter's house, beat him, blindfolded him, and arrested him. They went to the acting graduate, Jamal Abu Yoas, severely beat him, and took him away. Shame! Shame! I distinctly remember Jamal from my time in Jenin. He was just a teenager then, and he was shy and smart and observant. And even though he was much older than a lot of the children at the summer camp who were mostly like primary school age, he came every day. And even after the summer camp had finished, he kept turning up at the theatre just saying, is there anything I can do? He just started like sweeping the yard or mucking in. Because instinctively Jamal knew that the theatre was a place where he wanted to be. So I was delighted when I heard that Jamal had gone on to the acting school at the Freedom Theatre. He had graduated, he had taken up freelance photography and creative writing. Young people like Jamal in Palestine and all over the world deserve a future that is full of creativity and exploration and joy, and this is what he gets instead. So for decades, Palestinian artists have been arbitrarily detained by the Israeli army, sometimes for years. They also target and destroy cultural buildings. In the last few weeks, there have been unprecedented numbers of writers and poets and theatre makers and journalists killed. So as I stand here with you today, Leeds, I want to say that not only is this brutal occupation about the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people, not only is it about the theft of land and the control of resources, it is about trying to crush the Palestinian soul. Will we let that happen?
No!
Why else would they target cultural buildings? Because the occupiers, they know full well the power of people coming together to connect with one another and listen to each other's stories, to create a space where even temporarily you can be free. The occupiers know that storytellers of all genres have immense power, and the Palestinian stories are reverberating around the globe, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. Are we going to keep championing Palestinian artists?
Yes.
Are we going to keep listening to Palestinian stories?
Yes.
Are we going to keep talking about Palestine?
Yes.
I can tell you that Tabassi, the artistic director, has been released from prison, but Mustafa and Jamal are yet to be released, along with 100 other men in Jenin who were arrested that night. So please stand with me in calling for their immediate release. Let them go!
Let them go! Let them go! Let them go! Let them go! Let them go!
Interestingly, when Tabassi was arrested, many cultural arts organisations came out in solidarity, many of whom had not said anything beforehand. It shouldn't take an artistic director who has performed across the Western world with a European passport in order for them to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. So please, these are the actions that we can do. We can keep telling these stories. Go to the Freedom Theatre's social media. You can see Tabassi's experience of being arrested, as well as what's happening in Jenin on the ground. You can ask your theatres, your arts organisations, your community organisations to come out and condemn Israel and stand in solidarity with Palestine and keep championing Palestinian artists. Because in our darkest hour, turn to your artists and they will show you the light. Jenin, don't you cry!
We will never let you go! Jenin, don't you cry! We will never let you go!
Jenin, don't you cry!
We will never let you go!
Thank you so much, Natalie.